Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with RTG Call Center Solutions, and in today's video, we're going to do a quick, short, and sweet demo of Dialpad for HubSpot. I think this is going to be the first HubSpot anything that we've ever done on this channel or our other parent channel, Rich Technology Group. And here today with me, I've got Connor Resbeck with Dialpad to do this. First and foremost, Connor, thank you so much for being here and thanks for your time.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate it, Prince. I'm excited to walk you guys through our integration here with HubSpot.
Really quick, can you let the viewers know, what it is exactly that you do at Dialpad?
So I'm a channel manager. I help Prince's team. So if something from the video today interests you in the future, I'll be able to help tailor the demo, get more information to your team. But previously, I was a sales engineer at Dialpad for 6 years. So I have a lot of experience of running through these workflows with other customers of ours and trying to add value for their teams and make them as efficient as possible.
And for those of you who aren't familiar with Connor, he's no stranger to the channel. He's been on this channel multiple times. He's been on our other channel, and he really does know his stuff. I'm not just saying that. I've worked with him many times before in the past, and even working with you now on a very large potential account. So without further ado, Connor, jump right into it. Hey, before we move on, I'm assuming the reason you're watching this video is because you're searching for contact center service for your sales agents, team members, or call center. I want to remind you about our free consulting service to help you figure out which contact center service is best for you. We represent all the major contact center service providers in the USA, and we're paid by referrals only, so our consulting service is absolutely free. If you'd like my help, all you have to do is visit our website at www.rtgcallcentersolutions.com, and you can request help from my team and I via our Contact Us page. Filling out the form is super easy and takes less than a couple of minutes. So, if you're looking for new contact center service for your business, we can help. A link to our website is also in the description below this video.
So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm probably going to run through 2 workflows to show this. I'm going to start in the Dialpad desktop application, and then I'll move over to Salesforce after the fact. So here I have my test contact, Craig Smith, where I can see my previous activity history with this person, calls, text messages, things of that nature. We have our native integrations panel here on the side. So as you can see, there's a few different ones that we offer. Here's our HubSpot integration, where we allow for contact matching, where if you have multiple phone numbers or multiple users of the same contact in your CRM, like HubSpot in this instance, you can assign to the appropriate one. I've already assigned mine to Craig. And then what I'll do, I'll actually call outbound to Craig right now. So now we're live. We have the live transcription, which we've covered on a couple other videos, comes out of the box with Dialpad. I'm actually going to minimize it for now and touch upon it a little bit later. I have my contact Craig, the phone number, and then if I wanted to add a subject, let's say like, hello world, you can even log dispositions right from within here. So let's say we connected, had a great call. I can come through and log that activity myself within this panel here, especially if I don't already have HubSpot pulled up. This is pretty helpful instead of having to put the call on pause, pull up the information. So this is all immediately available to me. And what I'll do, actually, let me grab my browser. Let's say I don't have Craig's contact readily available. It's only a click away for me to then pull up that contact, even though I already did. I can then jump into Craig's entire history within Dialpad or conversation history within your own business. And so I'll square this up. And here I can see Craig Smith, the overview, our entire activity history as well. So I'll hang this call up. I'll give this a second and refresh the page. All the call logging is done pretty immediately. I can see our activity history. Here's the call that we just had. Call came in. I can then reference with the call connected. I can even toggle over to the activities page. See, outgoing call was answered, Connor Finch to Craig. Ultimately, I can click on that too. It'll take me to that specific activity history where I can add further information, whatever's important to your team as well. You can generate tickets from directly within HubSpot here. I probably could have showed that as well from the browser or from the application. So from within HubSpot, I can also create notes or create a task. So if there's a follow-up task, follow up on voicemail, you can set the date and time. Let's say it's next week or something. Call them, priority level, medium, assign it to a specific deal, give further descriptions as well. So HubSpot, much more like an overall task manager. Dialpad is just trying to make sure all of the activity is very transparent on that user and that contact. And so if I go back to HubSpot here, I have that task that I just created for July 23rd. I have to follow up on that voicemail. There was another task that was created earlier that I have to follow up in 2 days for Craig as well. All of my open tickets are available within HubSpot. And again, calls also logged immediately too. If I hit this view deal, it'll take me into more of like the metadata of the call as well. So date, time, direction, ticket names, things like that too. Last couple of things I will say too, everything's click to call enabled within Dialpad. So if I wanted to call Craig, I could come in here and actually dial outbound as well. So I personally, when you use HubSpot, I like to use Dialpad's widgets that's available because a few more like contact center related features are available. But we also can have a CTI embedded where users just live and breathe out of the browser and call from directly within HubSpot too. So this is calling outbound. I'm going to answer this just like I did earlier. Mute my other side. So now I'm in this live call. I didn't have to toggle between different screens. All my call controls are available immediately from this widget. And if I still want to have access to the transcription that's still being run in the background, even some of our like live coaching features where if like insurance gets asked about or different questions or talk tracks, I can have all of that pop up for me and then be able to reference that while still having my HubSpot screen readily available. So I'm going to hang this call up. And here's the call we just made. And then in that summary, we log the entire recap of what was talked about. And then because CRMs charge for storage, we don't want to put the entire transcription in. We log the recaps just so you can get a quick glance and understanding. But if you do ultimately want to get into the entire transcription, recording, anything like that, it's only a click away and it takes you back to the Dialpad portal where I could then reference everything we talked about.
So that's a money saver. That means the storage is essentially with Dialpad and not with the CRM.
Exactly.
on the heavy part of the call, the heavy data part.
Exactly. But you still get a good understanding of what was talked about, so you're not always switching between the two. And then I will say, last thing, quick plug. Everything today so far, we focus more on like the calling and ticketing side within HubSpot, but we do have our V2 that's in our early adapter program right now. I saw a demo of it a couple of weeks ago where we also are logging text messages, both SMS and MMS. So media files, pictures, GIFs, things like that will all get logged into HubSpot as well.
I got some questions for you. For folks that are on the Dialpad platform that want access to this HubSpot integration, is this like a UCaaS or regular like seat, or do they have to have a contact center seat to be able to get access to this? How does that work?
It can be on either, which is nice for sure. A few of the contact center related features like the live coaching and the recommendations that popped up won't show if you're just regular UCaaS. But for our regular UCaaS users, they'll still be able to log the calls and have these recaps embedded into HubSpot. Other
question I had was, what industries have you seen that adopt Dialpad and the HubSpot integration? What types of industries or business types have you seen adopt this most?
Yeah, it's across the board in industries, but I think the familiar thing is more so like segment and size of companies. So HubSpot, at least to my exposure, has been more of companies that are using HubSpot for both their marketing and CRM. They're trying to make it like their all-inclusive tool.
Gotcha.
And maybe their sales team isn't like hundreds and hundreds of users, but they want everyone to work out of the same platform. And so, anyone from like 5 salespeople to 200 salespeople, it seems to be pretty similar, or the main focus, I would say, for HubSpot. And also Dialpad plays really well in that segment too. So if you have a mix of UCaaS and contact center features and you're using HubSpot for your CRM, Dialpad is a really, really strong fit.
Now, I'm going to throw you a curveball because I know for those of you watching, the viewers, most of you are probably here for HubSpot. But I saw when you were passing through, there was other integrations. I saw Salesforce and Zendesk. Really quick, just so we don't leave out the folks who might be watching this that are like, hey, I've got that one that was in there. What are the ones that you guys do integrate with other than just HubSpot? Yeah, I see it there. Just if you could go through those.
Yeah, there's a lot. I, in my demo and Weber, don't have licenses for all of these, but in the last quarter or so, Dialpad's really leaned into the integrations and trying to meet the end users where they like to work out of. So Zendesk has been huge. We can automatically create tickets. HubSpot, same thing we just covered. But bullhorn for recruiting and staffing purposes, Dialpad's a really strong fit, especially when you're like qualifying candidates. But then Dynamics, ServiceNow, Copper have all been big. Same with Microsoft Teams, even some workforce management tools we've started to set up integrations with too. So we can't integrate with every single CRM that's out there, but a lot of the major ones we definitely try. And we have open APIs. So if there is custom development that wants to be done on like a proprietary system, totally available. It happens all the time.
Well, thank you so much, Connor, for sharing this with me and the viewers on the HubSpot integration for Dialpad. As always, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me, Prince. Looking forward to the next one.
So for those of you who are watching this video, if you're a HubSpot user and you're watching this and you're thinking, man, I like what I've seen, but I want to dive deeper. I want to find out more about specific features or ask questions. Our information is going to be below this video. As you know, we work with Dialpad and many of the other contact center service providers in the industry. All you have to do is contact us via that information, and I'll connect you up directly with Connor and his team. They'll literally work with you on finding out more about your business, ask specific questions to figure out what features may or may not make the most sense for you in the platform, then show you a deeper demo if needed on, some of the stuff you've seen today, as well as some of the stuff we may not have covered today. And then the cherry on top is get you access to a quote with special pricing. And so you can see what that looks like, pricing, onboarding, and if you decided to, move forward with Dialpad. Info's below the video. As always, this is Prince Rich with RTG Call Center Solutions. I'll catch you guys again in the next video.